Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode of WWE2K22 MYGM mode. Before we get started, I just want to say what a great event WrestleMania 38 was. Night 1, Night 2, both absolutely outstanding. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, all worthy of the biggest and most grand stage of them all. WrestleMania 38 was one of the best manias that I've experienced, and now that the hype has, I guess, died down a little bit, we're back with MYGM mode. I don't have much planned for today so far. As I said, I usually just go to wing it, but what I do know is we promised Seth Rollins a promo, and we promised Roman Reigns that he can take 2 weeks off. The commissioner goal is to ensure that Raquel Gonzalez cuts a promo this week, and that's fine by me because we're going to turn her to a face. Given that Liv Morgan is a cruiser and a heel, we can have a face giant in Raquel Gonzalez, and that can be our next feud going into the pay-per-view. In the mid-card, we're going to start by building this rivalry up. Volta versus Santos Escobar, Cruiser versus Giants, got level 1 rivalry so far, and if they've got the stamina, so we're gonna put that in an Extreme Rules match. But their popularity is low, which is why I decided to put it in the mid card. You can also see that I promised Bayley a match with Rhea Ripley. I'm not sure if I can put that in a tag match, but we're definitely going to see. We'll put Bianca Belair and Ripley together against Bayley and Liv Morgan, and we'll make that a tables match, and make that the opener. And in the main event, well, we might as well put this Seth Rollins promo first. So we give him a self promo, should we give him a call out? We'll give him a call out. Seth Rollins can go ahead and call out without him from his call out, do we? He can go ahead and call out Pete Dunne. That's the route we're going to move in next. Seth Rollins versus Pete Dunne. And in the main event, we'll have Riddle versus Randy Orton in another Extreme Rules match to just go ahead and further that rivalry. We're going to go ahead and book some crew and some arenas to hopefully get that all that revenue and the fan bonuses well up. We're looking at the free agents. Who could I possibly take? Charlotte Flair's a possibility, but right now we'll just kind of go ahead and leave it. In terms of power cards, we've not got much, and not much that I'm really interested in. Let's look at legends. The Rock, Hulk Hogan, Goldberg, Ultimate Warrior. Obviously looking at 10 weeks now. It's a 25-week series, so if we get someone on 10 weeks, they'll be here till the end, and we'll have to renew the contract. But looking at the current potential 10-weekers, got Ric Flair, Razor Ramon, or Kane in reality. Jimmy Anvil, Neidhart, Beth Phoenix. I don't know. Nobody catching my eye yet. Obviously, I'd like to bring in like a Shawn Michaels or a Bret Hart, but they're on 5 weeks currently, so it doesn't make sense to bring them in when we might not be able to, renew their contract later in the series. We kind of want them for Mania in reality. So yeah, that's the first show. We'll see how it fares. Alright, the tag team match is won by Bayley and Liv Morgan. 3-star, not the worst possible result. Obviously a great promo from Seth, but that's what you expected. No rivalry created though, probably because Pete Dunne's still in a rivalry with Roman Reigns. Walter versus Santos Escobar. Not expecting this to bang right now, but it will later on. 2.5-star, at least the rivalry grows. A okay promo from Raquel Gonzalez. That'll be our new feud with Liv Morgan. And Orton versus Riddle is won by the Apex Predator in a 3.5-star. It's not the worst show, and that's now to a level 4 rivalry, which is something we do like to see. See how Raw fares on. They've got Fandango versus Roderick Strong, 2 stars. This match, low-key could bang, to be fair. 2.5. Excellent promo from Alexa Bliss, and this Hell in a Cell match, probably expect to bang. Keith Lee gets Brian Kendrick. In a 4-star match, but Keith Lee's now out injured. Never good for them. I'd say overall, I think we won the ratings that week. Actually, no, overall, probably about tied. We had the better opener, they had the better main event, and we both had a solid mid-card, so... Guess if we're going by maths, I win by like 0.5 stars, but still probably about even. We actually lost 7k on that, but we gained 5,000 fans. We've got 2 special promotion things we can use when the fans start dropping down. I've already said I will be running Rhea Ripley's contract. Well, sup bro, I've been putting in a lot of work and I think I've earned a shot at the title. This is like that one time when my goldfish found the nickel and named it Philip. How about it? Actually, I don't mind that. If Riddle does go ahead and win it, we can probably put we can probably go ahead and make the Orton versus Riddle a title feud. That was not brilliant, but we'll see it. And obviously, Walter versus Escobar is going to go ahead in the next 2 weeks because that is the feud we're trying to build. Now, yeah, I've given Bailey that rematch, so we don't need to do that now. Book your least popular available star for a match this week. Well, I'll just release Kyle O'Reilly, so that's not going to happen. We've now got Raquel Gonzalez. That was cold, but it had to be done, really. He's not really done much for us in a while. He's not really done much since like the first couple of weeks. Okay. Yeah, we can do this, right? So Raquel Gonzalez needs a match. We'll put that straight in the mid card. And she can go ahead and face... No, she can't go ahead and face Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is a good guy. We'll put her against Bailey in an Extreme Rules match. And we'll have Liv Morgan win on Raquel. Hopefully it's cost her the win. That's how we go in real life. But knowing this game, she could still go ahead and win it. And it wouldn't be unusual for that to happen. For this week, we are going to go ahead and book Pete Dunne against Riddle. 2 faces. Triple H ain't going to like it. But to me it makes sense. So we'll go ahead and have another run in on from Randy Orton. This time on Riddle. Because in reality we probably need to cost him that match. You know, we're actually going to go ahead and put this in the mid-card. Seems weird to have a title match in mid-card, but given it's a normal match between 2 faces, you know it's not going to get a good rating, so we'll go ahead and stick it there. As for the main event, we'll go ahead and book a tag team match where Walter teams up with Samoa Joe against... We'll go ahead and put Big E in a tag team with AJ Styles. That could be good. I could go ahead and schedule another run-in, but I won't. And in fact, instead of having AJ, we'll go ahead and put Santos in there instead. I'm going to have another run-in. So now we'll have a self-promo from AJ Styles, because we've not seen him in a while. And we'll continue to have Seth Rollins call out Pete Dunne until that feud begins. Once go ahead and book some stuff. I'm going to go apply one of these special promotions in the hopes that we can just kind of maintain most of our fans. And actually we're going to go ahead and buy this fixed match because I think that Pete Dunne needs to win this match. I know it's probably already guaranteed given Orton's running, but that means I can now go ahead and change it to an Extreme Rules match. And then put it straight in the main event. So we've got that now, so Pete Dunne's definitely going to win it. The only match we can realistically play is this one. So I'll just go ahead and do another week, and I'll play a match next week. Let's see how this pans out. Opener, Raquel versus Bailey, won by Bailey. 2.5 stars, not the worst, but at least it begins that rivalry. This rivalry's still not begun. How's this pan out? Big E and Santos Escobar with the 3-star. So this show's not going great so far because our mid-cards perform better than our opener. And probably better than the main event. Pete Dunne versus Riddle. Pete Dunne with a win, obviously we knew that was going to happen. 3.5 stars given for a face versus face, that's not a bad result. And it means now we can continue with Orton versus Riddle and hopefully get Pete Dunne to Seth Rollins. John Cena is the WWE champion. He beats Jinder Mahal. 3-star match. So our title match was actually better. Only a 2-star match there. 5-star from Cesaro. Of course it is. And then Roderick Strong beats Fandango. A 1.5-star main event. That's not brilliant for them. They did actually have a better opener. We had a better mid-card and main event, so it's another run in the ratings for us. Plus we gained 42,000 and 118,000 in revenue. Obviously still top of the power rankings. They're beginning to lose fans, which is brilliant for us. Makes our job a hell of a lot easier. Really appreciate the title shot. Oh, wants to team up with Seth. I think we can do that. Now let's look at free agents. We've got Edge. Ooh, Tegan Knox. 8 weeks. Let's go ahead and look at Legends. 8 weeks, 8 weeks. 8 weeks for Eddie Guerrero. I could be interested in bringing in Eddie Guerrero or Goldberg. Potentially Randy Savage. Maybe it is time to bring in a legend. Let's look at our current roster who would go well. Sasha Banks is shockingly our least popular star. I'm not going to release Sasha, that would just be stupid. All Elite would go pick her up. Obviously Samoa Joe and Big E are not getting used very much. So maybe bringing someone that can work with them. Let's see. Someone who can work with Styles maybe. We've got a heel, we've got Ric Flair, we've got Scott Hall, Diesel, X-Pac, Vince McMahon, Ted DiBiase, Jerry the King Lawler. Well, if we're looking to bring in a heel, then I say we'd probably just go ahead and get Ric Flair. 57 stamina though, that's not great, but the 67 popularity could help it a little bit. You know, we are going to go ahead and bring in Ric Flair. Get that bit of ratings boost. And in our, well actually let's look at the commissioner go first. Most popular male, female, male, good and bad guy. So, that is Seth and Pete Dunne. Good for us because our main event is going to be that tag team match that Orton requested. Orton and Seth can team up against Pete Dunne and Riddle. It makes sense. Or Seth wants that title match against Pete Dunne. Orton and Riddle still in a massive rivalry together, and that's going to be our main event. So in this promo we're going to have Ric Flair go ahead and call out AJ Styles, which could be a banger of a feud. So our newest Legends signing. We're also going to go ahead. We need to get the women on the show, and this week we're going to put Sasha on it. Sasha can go ahead and team with Raquel Gonzalez against Liv Morgan and Bayley. And that is going to be a tables match. And this will be a normal match. It's in mid-card. We want to maintain Liv Morgan's stamina, make sure she doesn't get injured. We have got an injury rehab just in case that does happen. And we have got a pretty much physio, so we'll apply that to Liv and make sure she does not get injured. In the opener, who have we got left? We've obviously got Escobar and Walter. That's going to be a promo we're going to have. Actually, you know what? No, we'll have Walter versus Escobar as the opener. We'll go ahead and book that as an Extreme Rules match, advance that rivalry. And the promo is going to be made by a returning Roman Reigns, who will do a charity promo to make sure we, grab some fans. I'm actually going to go ahead and book a big stadium for this. Don't know why. Just makes sense for some weird reason. And that's what we're going to go ahead and do here. So, week 3, well, week 18 overall, week 3 of this episode. Let's see what happens. Walter versus Escobar.
1, 2, 3.
Is won by Walter. In a 3.5-star match, he wipes that smug smile off Escobar's face from his win last time. That rivalry starting to come good. Roman Reigns brings us some fans. The mid-card is not going to be great, but it's fine, it's the mid-card. Liv Morgan and Bayley with another win. 2.5 stars, that's good enough really. A good promo from the returning Ric Flair. And a massive tag team match. 2-main event. We are going to go ahead and play as... Oof, you know what? It could be any of these, I'm just going to randomise it again. None of them really need the win, they've had enough wins. So either way, nobody's going to, you know, be hindered massively from the result. Which is always good because they've all had recent wins. They'll all be fine. So, SmackDown's main event, in for some reason a big stadium. Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, this team requested by Randy Orton. And we put them against Riddle and Pete Dunne, the Universal Champion. Go ahead, let's see our Universal Champion in all his glory. There he is. Big good old Butch. And now, the Stallion, Riddle. Oh, it's a tornado tag team match. Who are we? We're Orton. We're Randy Orton. That is cool. We do like Randy Orton, to be fair. I should have known it would be a tornado tag team match. Extreme Rules stipulation on that. So we're going to go ahead and work on Riddle. You see these in tag team matches all the time. In a tag team where two of the parties are in separate feuds, the parties in the feud never team to actually go after each other. Rather, they go after the other man. As we go for this draping DDT, just grinding the former tag team partner. What's he doing now? He just stood there and kind of brooded for a bit, did Orton. And now that's allowed Riddle to get offense in with a couple of successful knees. Fantastic from Riddle. Good reversal from us. And now we've sent Pete Dunne to the outside. It's a tables match actually. I thought we were it might be a tables match. It is a tables match, I think. Definitely seems that way. We'll see, because obviously we're going to put something through a table anyway. That's what happens in a table match. Right, let's just go after Pete Dunne, shall we? Universal Champion. If Orton does beat Riddle in the conclusion of the feud, you know, he could well be in for a shot at that title. Orton is one of the biggest legends in this industry, so we're not against him having a title run at all. He is a brilliant wrestler. One of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. He does have his fair few stinkers, but he also has his fair few bangers. He's not inconsistent, it just depends on his opponent, really. Speaking of which, we could be in trouble here, though. At least Riddle, Pete Dunne decides to go for the snake hide rather than the finish like he could have done there. He definitely could have gone for the finish if he wanted to. This way you can tell, like, the stamina does actually have an effect on this, because you know this match isn't old, as we said, Riddle flying over the table, but you can see that Orton was kind of lapping there. Candlestick just hovering midair for a second. I did not mean to get the stairs, but we'll take it. We'll use them.
He steps foot in the ring again. Setting foot in the ring now.
Just a furniture match, really. Stairs. Nice backbreaker from Orton. Is Riddle going for the kill? You know what, it might just be best to just collapse the table for a bit. Just throw those stairs onto Riddle. It's Pete Dunne again. I just cannot do commentary whatsoever.
He just punched him in the chest. He's looking a little weary now.
Riddle goes out.
This match is to soften up your opponent before you inevitably put them through the table. And that's exactly what we're
Bit
seeing.
stuns Riddle. I am trying to drop down. There we go.
Hit the mark with that one.
Powerless position to be in right now. Straight impact down the throat. He gets back into the ring. All right, back to it, returning to the ring.
He went for a low blow there.
To the outside.
This could get wild.
Right to the kidneys from behind. Versatility from Rollins.
Yeah, Riddle coming straight for. No, Riddle wants Seth there. No, he's gone for us. Nice reversal. Oh, there's the low blow. There is the low blow. Incapacitates Riddle as Pete Dunne incapacitates Seth.
Suplex. He's taking some good hits.
Interesting match this. Now Pete Dunne taken out of the equation.
He'll head to the ring. I can't begin to imagine what he's got planned here, guys.
Maybe it's a Yahtzee.
One set up in the corner, one set up there. That one's already been broken down. What's that going for here? Oh, an RKO out of nowhere. That was absolutely out of nowhere.
Climbs back inside. Looking worse for wear in the corner now.
And then Orton puts Riddle through the table after a devastating RKO. And Seth and Orton's team works out as they get the win.
Here are your winners, Seth Rollins and the Viper, Randy Orton.
What a tremendous win in this tables match.
So that tag team did turn out to be a successful one. Let's see if they can draw the ratings.
There's no tag team on the roster that can touch these two guys.
3.5 stars. That's not the worst. That is not the worst at all. And it's 3 air. This is a good show for us. That's a good show. Good opener, solid mid card, and good main event.
1, 2, 3.
And Raw responded with a Hell in a Cell match involving John Cena and Jinder Mahal. I can only imagine that Dave Meltzer's going to love that.
1, 2, 3.
That was a good opener from them, by the way, though. Not the worst mid card, but Fandango is injured. Brian Kendrick with a successful call out of Keith Lee. And let's see how this Hell in a Cell main event gets on. Jinder Mahal with the win over John Cena in a 3-star match. But what a win for Jinder. Don't hinder the Jinder. Pete Dunne actual at tables matches. We've signed Ric Flair, of course we have. He's here till the end now. And we're still gaining fans and money at the same time. We're well ahead in the rankings by, well, over 100,000. It's going well for us so far. We've now got 1 week until TLC. Wow. So, you know, we'll give Riddle a match on SmackDown where he's not facing Orton, but at the pay-per-view, of course, he's going to be signing Orton. And maybe he'll get the win. That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try and give him the win. Now, all these people, we could sign pretty much on a permanent basis, because we're that close to the end now where it just starts to become a case of, it does just start to become a case of, you know, permanent signing rather than you know, temporary with the option to extend later on. So we'll see what we can do about that in the coming weeks, but as for now, let's look at our roster. It's not looking great. In fact, you know, these guys at the top, all insanely popular. Walter, Ric Flair getting up there now. Bayley starting to get up there. Escobar as well. Roman Reigns kind of fading. Styles still decent. You know, they're all on decent popularity, but they could be higher. Not going to bother releasing talent because there's no point in it. Nobody's on a you know, a lackluster contract right now. Big E's here till the end. Ric Flair's here till the end. You know, they're all okay. We can always use them for a bit of a boost if we need to. But even that we have got the money, we are going to go ahead and sign my favourite wrestler of all time, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, just because I want to, really. Free agents. Could sign Braun Strowman. Not probably going to happen there. We'll go ahead and sign Tommaso Ciampa. And that's Tony Storm could be one. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sign Tony Storm as well. But that's where we are going to go ahead and end the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one for TLC. Have a good day, and see you later.